When she saw the final film, she was really happy with it, and she was moved and said it was her life. I thought it was so shocking when I read her book. I didn't know anything about her life besides that she was the wife of Elvis, and she's such a famous figure in American culture. And I was really struck with the intimate portrait of a very complex relationship and the struggle she had to become her own woman. It was important for me to show her story and her point of view, and just that we know so little about her, and she's such a famous woman. I thought it's really interesting. We can always learn from someone else's experiences.
I wish to promote you, Mr. Presley.
I saw Baz Luhrmann's movie just because I'm curious and I wanted to see what he did, but it didn't really affect my approach. I think we do filmmaking so differently. It's really about the public life of the man, and then I thought this is totally different approach, and it's really her story. So I think they're totally different, but that they can be companion pieces.
I don't know if I like it.
What do you mean you don't know if you like it?
She let me adapt her book, and then she went through the script and gave feedback. It was very important for me that she feel like the story was true, accurate, and she felt good about how I represented her. But then she gave us the space. She gave me the space to be creative. She didn't come to the set, but when she saw the final film, she was really happy with it, and she was moved and said it was her life.
You know, there's a lot of rumors about you.
Everything in the movie is from her book, from her story, or something she told me. And then, of course, I put, my experience into it, but it's really everything from her view. I think there's a relation, and that they're, kind of trapped in this world and finding themselves. There's definitely similarities, but this one is so different to me in that she drove her story. She wanted to go to Graceland. She's pushing to go there, and she's making her story, and she leaves. It's really her driving the story, and the story about her liberation. I always like approaching the score with freedom to choose from any era, and I really wanted it to reflect the era of the story in the 60s, but also be able to be open to other music that felt related to that, or also just always that felt like the emotion of the story. And I was really happy that Phoenix helped me find the music. And I had wanted to have a few Elvis songs, but we didn't get permission. And then it ended up pushing us to be creative and finding other solutions and focus more on her story. I think it helps to have, without Elvis music, it helps to be really focused on her story and her emotions, and it has a different feeling. And there's a hint of him. You see him performing on his TV special, and you have a little hint of his music, but it's really more focused on her. And it was important for me at the end. There's a Dolly Parton song, and I thought it was important to have a woman's voice at the end as she goes into this new period of freedom for her.